everyone, today we are going to talk about my top 5 favorite ways to recover. Recovery helps to relieve soreness, it helps to keep you safe from injury, and it helps you to feel good. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
I've been sick and tired, being sick and tired.
One of my favorite ways to recover, a recovery run. The importance of it is when you run slow, you can warm up your muscles and helps to prevent injuries. Also, I hurt my Achilles tendon, and this has helped me drastically, and it's been to where it doesn't hurt very much anymore. Also, on recovery runs, it's one of the most important times to roll and stretch very, very well. So you could try to avoid some hills, but for us where we live, you can't. But so that is the importance of a recovery run.
There's something that feels real, and it's something that feels real. And I don't want to lose my soul, chasing after things that don't lead me straight.
Next we're going to talk about rolling. Rolling helps to squeeze and loosen up your muscles before you stretch. The double up roller can help because it gives you that much strength that you can use to squeeze on your muscles. The single roller helps get your calves because with the double up roller you don't want to roll your shin while you're rolling your calves. It also helps me with my quads since I am a quad dominant runner. The other rollers help that because I can roll every muscle and I don't have to worry about hurting my bones.
I don't need the money, I don't want the fame, I don't want what I can't take with me in the grave.
Next we can talk about stretching, which is what you do right after rolling. So you always want to stretch for at least 30-60 seconds or it's worse, nothing. Because if you don't stretch long enough, then your muscles aren't going to be warmed up enough, so when you go run, you'll feel more pain. So I do about 4 stretches, 3 main core ones, and then 1 extra one to help prevent side stitches. So this is my side stitch stretch. You always want to make sure you move your arm nice to the side so that'll help you get a better stretch. And this is my calf stretch. The calf stretch helps if you move your leg forward or if you want to do it on the curve that way helps too. This is my favorite way to do my calf stretch. It helps because it stretches better than a normal calf stretch. You can also buy a calf stretcher, but we don't have that right now. So there's also a little bit of a difference between an ankle stretch and a calf stretch. If you want to stretch your ankle, you can just put your foot here and then apply pressure on your ankle like this. So it's similar to the calf stretch but slightly different. And you should feel a little bit of pain. Also this is also one of my favorite ways to recover. This is my hamstring stretch. I also can go to the ground to do it that way. That way helps too. And finally, this is my quad stretch, which is the stretch that I need the most because I'm a quad dominant runner. You always want to run with more of your hamstring muscles and your butt muscles, but for me, I'm still working on that.
Chasing after things that don't lead me straight to you. And I don't want to lose my gaze when I meet you face to face. Well done, welcome on. Now I'm running like the prodigal.
Next, we're going to talk about scraping. Scraping helps to give you more mobility with your muscles after a hard workout. So you may see a little bit of red splotches. That just means that you're applying enough pressure. Normally, I would try to stick with one hand because when you go with 2, sometimes that can lead to a little bit too much hard on your muscles and you can get a little bit of injury. So for us, it's like a scraping kit. It's about $20 online, and we use organic castor oil. Castor oil helps because it seeps through the skin and repairs your damaged muscles. So make sure that you never touch the bone because that will hurt and that can cause damage. But if you make sure to stick on to the muscles, then you should be just fine. Like the calves, the hamstrings, and the quads. Those are the main ones.
like a prodigal, lost in a feeling that I ain't from this world. But going back to Eden.
Next, we're going to talk about ice bath. Ice baths are very beneficial for after a hard workout. Some people don't like to put ice in it and just have cold water, but for me, I feel like that's not as beneficial. You want to make sure you have a good amount of ice in there. So we're just using our bathtub, but some people go ahead and just use a special ice tub. But for us, we try to go with a little bit more simple. So these will make your legs nice and red, but that just means that the blood flow is circulating. And it will be really cold, but I try to do it for about 7 minutes. For you might, for the first couple times, you only want to do it for like 3 minutes or so. The last thing we're going to talk about is sleep. Sleep is very important because it's the aid for recovery. It's one of my favorite ways to recover. So you want to try to get 7 to 9 hours because that's what science says, but I like to get 9 plus, about 9 to 12. You want to make sure to not stay up too late nor sleep too late, but if you do have to stay up late, try to sleep a little bit later. Also, sleep is when your body recovers cells, tendons, tissues, everything like that. So without further ado, good night.
Run.